night to day. I defy any cloud to appear in the sky. Dare any raindrop to plop in my eye. On a wonderful day like today. On a wonderful morning like this. When that sun, she's as big as a yellow balloon. Even the sparrows are singing in tune. On a wonderful day like today. On a morning like this, I could kiss everybody. I'm so full of love and goodwill. Let me say, furthermore, I'd adore everybody to come and dine. The pleasure's mine, and I will pay the bill. Just kidding. Guess what happened to me today?
Nope.
Let me take this occasion to say that the whole human race should fall down on its knees. You want to know what happened to me today?
No, thank you.
Show that they're grateful for mornings like these. Can I tell you about today?
Sure.
For the world in a wonderful way. Guess what happened to me today? I saved Jack Jones's life.
Jack Jones, the singer?
Yeah. I'm a really big fan of his. And there he was out in front of the hotel, crossing the street. Well, he tripped. I pushed him out of the way of an oncoming bus.
Why, Sonny, that's so brave of you. He must have been awfully grateful.
Oh, yeah, an experience like that really binds two people together. He was lucky. We'll probably be spending a lot of time together.
Or maybe he'll get really lucky and the next bus won't miss him.
On a wonderful day, like today.
Oh, Mr. Jones, so nice to see you again.
Nancy, it's Jack.
Okay, Jack. How long will you be staying with us?
I'm at the Greek for a couple of days before I go to Vegas. Oh, no. Is he still here? This is awful.
Wait till he tries to hit a high note.
He's been bothering me for years. He comes to my shows and does that woo sound. You know, the kind that makes every show sound like an episode of the Jeffersons?
He makes the same noise when I give him his paycheck.
He writes me, he phones me, and today he pushed me in front of a bus and tried to kill me.
Woo! Right this way.
Oh, I've got to get a day off.
Maybe there's a holiday coming up.
Veterans Day?
Yeah. Maybe Nancy will go for that. You know she's been with lots of guys in uniform.
I think doormen count.
Nancy, how would you feel if I took Veterans Day off?
We'll never know, will we?
I tried.
Well, we need a holiday she can relate to.
Maybe the Marquis de Sade has a birthday coming up.
Oh, Howard, I forgot to tell you I got us tickets for professional wrestling next weekend.
You hate wrestling.
Oh, I hate it because it's a ridiculous charade put on to amuse adolescent boys and anyone else willing to believe that a 400-pound man can jump from a ring post onto another man's throat without having the poor chap's brains come squirting out of his ears. But I go because you like it.
Thanks, I appreciate that, but I can't go next weekend.
How come?
I can't tell you right now.
How come?
Because I brought you a little gift so you wouldn't be mad, and I don't have the gift with me right now.
Just knowing that you put out the effort to find some jewelry or some fine perfume or something special for me is equally thrilling as the gift itself.
It's one of those plastic rain bonnets with a sun painted on it, kind of a happy face.
Well, I suppose I could buy a dress to go with that. But why can't we go out next weekend?
I got a date with another woman.
Why do you have dates with other women?
I feel a little trapped, and it's not women, it's woman. It's one woman. It's no big deal.
I see.
Telling you, if you could have seen that sun with the happy face, it's so cheery.
All right, Mr. Sunshine, you want to go out with other women, go ahead. But what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Hey, wait a minute. It's not like we're not going out anymore.
Oh, maybe it is like that. But who cares? Let's face it, you're not the only pinhead in town who believes that when Rowdy Roddy Piper gets chained to Ivan the Terrible, only one of them will leave the ring alive. Jan. May I ask you a personal question?
I guess.
But what do you do when Richie behaves like a typical male with the brains of a slug and the morals of an alley cat with absolutely no concern for the feelings of others, to the point where if you actually took a stick and beat him about the head and neck, no jury in the world would convict you?
Trouble with Howard?
Why do you ask?
Morbid curiosity?
Well, since you're snooping around, yes. He's seeing another woman.
I'm sorry to hear that. You make a cute sort of couple in a strange sort of way.
That's what I thought. But Howard is going through this midlife crisis, and like most men his age, he wants a Twinkie.
Well, you just have to lay it on the line. You tell Howard he can't have it both ways. Either he sees you or he sees her. But you deserve more from the relationship than you're getting.
Oh, thank you, Jan. I appreciate your input and your concern.
You're welcome.
You know, there aren't many other people I can talk to like this.
Well, glad I could help.
You know, opening up makes us feel closer, almost like friends.
I guess it does.
We don't want a hug, do we?
Jack, my man.
Hello, Sonny.
Hey, you eating all this? You know, Jacko, when I got out of bed this morning, I said to myself, I said, Duke, I'm surprised Jack hasn't thanked you for saving his life. Maybe he's shy. You know, this is delicious. Have you tried this?
Save my life. What are you talking about?
I figured out a way for you to pay me back. I want to play Vegas. I mean, really play Vegas. Yeah, I had a one-shot deal at a place called the Playpen Lounge. Even I knew the place was a joke. I figured that you could get me booked into one of the hotels for just one night. We'd be square for my saving your life.
But you didn't.
You do this, I will never bother you again.
You mean that? You'll never talk to me? Or come to my shows? Or slip notes under my door? Or hide in my back seat? Or tell anybody you know me? I'll see what I can do.
Pinky swear? Does this mean we can't sing the theme of the Love Boat together?
Linzer Tort?
Do you mean it?
Of course.
You know, I love it when you bring me these little pastries as a peace offering.
Well, I don't want you to be mad anymore.
Oh, that's very nice to hear. You know, I was going to talk to you about the way I was feeling, but I know you hate it.
Yeah, I really do. But everything's gonna be fine.
Oh, you mean we can go to the wrestling together?
Oh, no, I mean, I figure I'd drop by your place around 5 and we could make up for about an hour. Then I gotta leave.
The day you can make up for an hour is the day I'll put up with that kind of talk.
How about if I come back about 11 or so?
Howard, I am not ready for this kind of relationship. Unless you can make some kind of commitment, I'm afraid it's over.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm not ready.
Thank you.
Boy, leads some life, doesn't he? What do you mean? Well, wouldn't you love just living in hotels all the time like he does? I think you'd miss being home after a while. Are you kidding? I'd never get tired of it. I mean, somebody makes your bed every day, somebody cooks for you. I mean, what could be better than ripping that paper band off the commode seat each and every day, knowing the thing's sparkling clean? You're just a connoisseur of the high life, aren't you?
Yo, JJ, how's the Vegas thing going?
Not so good, Sonny. The place I work at, they're really not interested. But I still got a couple more calls to make.
Well, I appreciate it, bud. Hey, look, if you ever want to tickle the ivories or sing a song, feel free.
I'll keep that in mind.
What song would you like to do?
I don't want to sing any song with you, Sonny.
Yeah, but if you did, what song?
Sonny, I said I would get you booked in Vegas. That's it. I don't have to sing a song with you, okay?
How about something from your new album? I learned the title track.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Jones. Thank you. Jack really doesn't want to sing tonight, so I'm going to do something from Jack's new album. You know, it's amazing. I have a hunch that Jack was thinking of me when he chose this song. It's called I Am a Singer. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I am
A singer. I work at night. I stand in front of you and I hold my notes up to the light. I tune up all my secrets and I hang them on my voice. I have no other talent and I have no other choice. I am a singer. I'm a singer.
Let's go.
Pick up.
Ladies, I'm afraid I have some bad news. I know you probably can't afford to lose the tips, but management has decided to close the restaurant for 3 days.
Oh, yes.
Now, that's the way to take bad news. You could all learn from her example.
How come we're closing?
Well, they've decided to paint the restaurant next weekend.
Ooh, I can feel the good times coming on. Now I got to figure out what to do with myself. Something fun.
Exciting.
I still haven't unpacked half a garage full of boxes since we moved to the new house.
Don't tell me you're going to unpack boxes on your day off.
No, but I feel it's important to acknowledge them at least once a week.
Well, see you tomorrow.
Yes, you will.
You look nice tonight. Thank you, Howard. So did you. This old thing?
Oh, Jack. Can I help you?
Yeah, I think I lost a cufflink at dinner tonight.
Oh, well, if you did, the cleaning crew will find it.
You mind if I take a look?
Well, actually, it's closing time, and the cleaning crew will find it.
Oh. Thanks for the help.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I'm in kind of an I hate all men mood.
Is there something we all did?
Actually, one in particular.
Well, then can the rest of us look for cufflinks?
Of course you can. Go ahead. I'll check that.
Thank you.
Here. Oh, wait a minute. Is this it?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. And thanks for staying open later than usual.
I apologize. Really, you must find my behavior deplorable.
Pretty much. But it's also honest and right out there, and I like that.
Oh, well, here's to honest and right out there.
Nancy, I have to go do my show. I was wondering if you'd like to go with me, and maybe afterwards we could have a bite to eat or something.
What do you mean, sort of a date?
That's exactly what I mean. Sort of a date.
Well, I'd love to.
Good.
Oh. Oh, ladies, please note that we're taking rabbit off the menu for this evening.
Oh, why? Because they're so cute and cuddly and we have no business eating them in the first place?
No, because the itty-bitties bring them. Look there. There.
Hold it. Nancy, how'd it go with you and Jack last night?
We, had a very nice time.
Really? What's he like?
Well, he's married.
The two-time.
Oh, happily so. He made it quite clear that what he was looking for was someone to talk to over a late supper. He's very nice for a man. And in fact, we're going out again tonight.
Does Howard know all this?
Oh, but what business is it of his?
Well, for starters, I think he's been going a little crazy since he saw you leave last night.
Oh, well, how about all the times Howard has made me crazy? If he's jealous of Jack Jones, that's just fine with me. Howard's getting his space. Howard's getting his freedom. Howard's getting
Enough rope to hang himself.
if the noose fits.
A buck? Buck's what you give the kid at the car wash. I bet you he doesn't even know the love theme from the Creepazoid.
You seem a bit ruffled.
It's because I am. Just got a call from Jack. He told me why I've never been asked back to Vegas. You know why?
I could guess, but
They've got a list of acts that none of the hotels will hire.
really, who's on the list?
Just me and some ex-mafia hitman who's in the witness protection program. He plays the Swiss bells. 2 acts in the whole world, and I'm one of them. How could something like this happen?
Maybe it was sort of like the Playboy Jazz pole.
Charlotte Russe?
What is it?
It's my cute little way of saying I'm sorry.
Cute, but we've already wasted one pastry on this. Sorry isn't enough.
I know, and I've thought it over, and I'm willing to stop seeing other women so much.
Good enough.
Come on, Nancy, I'm going through a phase. How'd you like to go out tonight?
Oh, I'd love to.
Good.
But I already have plans for this evening. I'm going out with Jack Jones again.
Yo, Sonny,
You, Jack.
I got some good news. I finally found a place that'll book you. It's called Chuck's Game Land.
Great.
You start day after tomorrow for 3 days. Good luck. And goodbye.
Hey, look, maybe we can get together in Vegas.
Sonny, the deal was that I never had to talk to you again. You understand it, don't you?
Of course. What do you think? You're the first one who's ever made that kind of deal with me?
Hi there.
Well, are we all set for tonight?
Well, there's been a slight change of plans. I have to go to Vegas right after the show.
Oh, I see.
Why don't you come with me? Take your mind off of Howard for a couple of days.
You mean fly to Vegas with you? Oh, I'm sure your wife would love that.
She would. She'd have someone to help her shop. She's only got 2 hands.
Can I think about it for a minute?
You better hurry. Don't want to miss the plane to Funtown.
Here, you're the hostess.
What do you mean?
Oh, can't talk now. Gotta catch the plane to Funtown.
Nancy, could I talk to you for a minute, please?
Howard, right now I need my space. I'm going to Las Vegas with Jack Jones. Bye.
Wisconsin Superstation. Life's not the French Riviera. Believe me, life's not a charity ball. It isn't all a great big bed of roses. It's not like showbiz, but the main thing I suppose we're not the people like believe me, we know we're doing okay. Okay, we may be less than wealthy, but again we're young and healthy. And anyone who's young and healthy knows that that's the way. The traffic flow.
Men is the time that we feasted. Men is the time that we fasted. Oh, a headache, but you never were a bore. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I love that song. Kind of takes you right back to the 1984 Pop Ho-Ho Hope's 35th Jolly Christmas Hour with the Associated Press All-American Football Team. Doesn't it?
I don't know what to do. Richie says that Ellen is too young to go to a Madonna concert.
Well, that's because Richie doesn't understand that when Madonna sings with no clothes on about doing things with boys till all hours of the night, she really doesn't mean anything by it.
That's what I told him. I don't understand why he's threatened by that when it's okay for Charlie to go hear a Beastie Boys concert and listen to them sing about standing on the corner drinking beer with guns in their pockets.
Well, Richie's just got to learn that good music is good music. Oh, Amy, I forgot to tell you, a friend of yours is in my acting class.
Really? Who?
His name is Kevin Armstrong. Ring a bell?
Pinch of nerves, more like it.
He mentioned that you guys dated for a while, and I wondered if you still cared about him.
No.
Why? I kind of like him and wanted to know if you'd mind if I went out with him.
Dot, if you want to go out with a drip like Kevin, that's your business.
Oh, good. Because I haven't seen him for a couple of weeks now.
Well, if you've already been seeing him, why ask me now?
Well, I didn't think I needed to ask until it looked like it might get serious.
Dot, if you want to get involved with a selfish, egotistical, conniving, low-down polecat, that's all right with me.
Well, that's as good as any blessing I ever got from my father.
Oh, I need a table set for 8. There's a reunion of rough women.
Ooh, a group of biker girls. It's the Radical Ultra Feminist Front. They were one of the first women's groups.
Oh, yes, they were manning the barricades when Betty Friedan was still selling Mary Kay.
Hey, Ginger, let me ask you something. What would you say if I told you that I was going out with your ex-boyfriend?
I'd say that you were trying to get back at your parents for everything they've ever done to you.
Let me put it another way. What do you think of Dot going out with my ex-boyfriend?
Well, if it's X as in exit, what's the big deal? Besides, if he went out with you, he's not exactly damaged goods.
Oh, good evening. Hi.
Evening. We're the Radical Ultra Feminist Front, and we have reservations.
I bet you do. A little joke.
We are a very serious organization, and we would like to be treated that way.
My apologies. Walk this way. Seriously.
Evening. How you doing tonight? Hey, anyone ever tell you those are incredibly attractive get-ups you have? Like the rough button. You go through life thinking you're alone, then you meet someone else who likes Dennis the Menace's dog. What a night, huh?
Our UFF stands for Radical Ultra Feminist Front.
Hey, dig it. I just broke up with a chick who started a group called Lesbians for Reagan. You heard of them? She's a nice kid. We didn't hurt her up politically, if you know what I mean.
Look, our group doesn't have anything to do with any other group, and it is obvious that you don't know anything about our movement.
Hey, that's where you're wrong. I understand where you feminists are coming from, and I agree. Most men are worthless, cheap pigs who will say or do anything to jump in the sack. We're talking disgusting. But not me. No, and to prove the enormous respect I have for women, I'd like to dedicate this next song to all you chicks out there. Especially you. Having my baby.
Ginger, I'd like to talk to you, girl to girl.
Okay, which one are you going to be?
The one with 2 choices. My college reunion in Boston is coming up, and
Oh, really? What year?
Would you please let me get to the part that matters?
25 years?
I'm trying to decide if I should take Howard. Now, on the one hand, one doesn't like to go to these festivities unescorted.
Yeah, that could look pretty bad. Is it 30 years?
On the other hand, if I do take Howard...
Let me guess. There's a boy by the name of Snooky.
Randy, actually. We were college chums, in the biblical sense.
It was that long ago.
I'm sure he's going to be there. Now, suppose Randy is still...
Randy.
Exactly. He was on the rowing team. You know what I mean?
I think you got to take Howard.
Oh, I'm afraid you're right. Any suggestions about how I should go about asking him?
If you can get him to the altar, you can get him to Boston.
Howard, how would you like to accompany me to Boston for my college reunion?
I'd love to if I thought it was going to be any fun. No, Nancy, I don't think so.
Well, come on, Howard, do it for me.
Well, I'll think about it. If I go, this isn't going to embarrass me, is it? I mean, you aren't some kind of team mascot or anything.
Oh, you have nothing to worry about. After my testimony, the whole team was kicked out of school.
From watching the four of you all evening, it's obvious you're being treated like indentured servants. Yes, more bread. Are you always overworked this way?
Pretty much.
Management would never have gotten away with this if they'd hired waiters.
You might be right.
Where is the manager?
Probably in the kitchen playing slap and tickle.
They're being taken advantage of. You forgot the butter, dear. Tell me, has the sexual harassment started yet?
Just for the chef.
You need proper protection here. I mean, look at that uniform. How dare they exploit you that way? Well, look here. She's obviously a size 9, and they've crammed her into a size 5.
I am poured into a size 7, and if anything is overflowing, well, that's my choice.
You know, your problem is that you've been taught to cater to men's fantasies.
I don't have any problems. Jan's got problems. Jan, go ahead. Tell them about the Beastie Boys while I go and get the girls some more bread.
I'll help.
Jan?
I'm just having a little argument with my husband right now, that's all.
Oh, there are no little arguments.
It's nothing. It's not like he won't let me vote or anything. It's nothing. He's just setting different standards for our daughter and for our son. We can handle it.
Oh, obviously you can't, or you wouldn't allow that. Now, Jan, sometimes you have to put men in their place and be forceful if necessary.
I've tried that, but it gets them excited.
Try it in a peacoat with a hammer.
You don't date much, do you?
Hi, Amy. Hi. What you reading?
Rod McEwen. It's called Listen to the Warm. He's so deep.
That is too weird. Kevin gave me that book last week.
That figures. He gave me this one, too. Boy, he has a way of making you feel important, doesn't he? Oh, is that your... It's no special occasion, just one to say I love you card?
He gave you the same card?
Hope you like those little jellied watermelons, because that's what's coming next week.
Why are you doing this? I thought you didn't care if I went out with Kevin.
Oh, I don't care. See, at first Kevin bought me books and cards and thoughtful little gifts, too. But pretty soon, the giving stopped and the taking started.
Look, Amy.
I don't mind.
Fine.
He'd borrow money, eat my food, take whatever he could use. And he'd always claim it was because he was an out-of-work actor. Oh, finally, he got this little bit part, and he promised to take me to Easter brunch at the Hilton. Instead, he blew the money on cufflinks with those stupid masks that actors like.
Careful, I have a pen with those masks.
I gave that man my all. I mean my all.
Your all?
Well, my all that he was going to get. And he just used me. I mean, every day I'd wish something awful would happen to him, like he'd step in cow pies. And I just don't want you to have to think the way I did.
Well, I don't want to think like you either, Amy.
Oh, good. Well, that's settled. Listen, you'll be much better off.
Nothing's settled. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to see Kevin. As a matter of fact, I'm taking him to San Francisco for the weekend.
lady says this soup still isn't hot enough.
Make it any hotter, it'll burn her tongue.
Yeah, do that.
It's the fourth time you've done that, Amy. Either cough up something real or speak up.
You know, Dot, every night before I go to sleep, I make a little list of things to do the next day. Well, last night I found myself writing down stuff like, put a dead fish in Dot's locker. That's not really what I want to do. What I really want to do is apologize. I'm sorry, Dot. When your trip to San Francisco is your business, it's not mine.
We're not going.
Oh, I hope it's nothing I said.
Kevin's got a chance to be first alternate on the Days of Our Lives softball team. Could be a big career move. We're going to San Francisco next weekend.
Howard, you using all those trout?
Good evening. How is everybody?
Quite well, and you?
Fine. You'll be relieved to know that when I went home last night, my husband agreed to let our daughter go to concerts and movies by herself and to have the same rights our son has.
All the same rights.
Yes. Well, as it turns out, she's not that interested in cruising down Van Nuys Boulevard yelling, "Hey, Rico, yo mama."
Well, look who's back, my beautiful bevy of beauties. You know, I gotta tell you, you chicks, or should I say, foxes, sure look huggable tonight.
Excuse me. I'll take care of him. You know, some people find what you're doing contemptible.
Hey, it's just my sense of humor. I hope you don't mind my busting your, shall we say, chops.
Oh, no, it's cute in an obnoxious sort of way.
That's how I operate. It's called charm.
Yeah, well, acting like that's going to get your face slapped 9 times out of 10.
True, but put me in a room with 1,000 babes, I score 100.
I wish I could make you understand just what it feels like to be treated like a piece of meat.
I'd like to learn.
Really?
I want to be vulnerable. Can you teach me that one?
I can try. Call me later. I'm Karen Cooley. I'm in room 1138.
Unbelievable. 1138? That's my lucky number. I was born November 38th.
Howard, I want to apologize for even suggesting that I drag you to this college reunion. To sit around with a bunch of people you don't even know, talking about times you weren't a part of.
I was going to bring my Walkman.
Howard, you're going to hate this reunion. They're going to make you be in the 3-legged race or the baby look-alike contest.
Okay, what's going on?
Well, I suddenly realized that my past is going to be at this reunion. I don't know if you want to meet him.
You mean I wasn't your first? Come on, Nancy, our relationship has changed. We're a couple now, and that's the sad truth. Not at work, not at work.
Ginger, I've done the impossible.
Touch your forehead with your tongue?
No, I've given up trying. No, I got a date with that cute little blonde from the women's group.
You're dating a feminist.
Yeah, she's gonna rehabilitate me, and I'm gonna let her. Here's my game plan. I bring 2 bottles of wine. One to loosen her up, the other to make me a blur. Hopefully she gets the spins, at which point I show her my vulnerability.
What if she passes out?
Better yet.
You passed your psychology courses. Is there anything such as a nympho-sexo-kleptomaniac?
Listen, I know you're upset about Dot and Kevin, but if you don't like him anymore, why does it bother you so much that she's seeing him?
Because it's stupid of her, too. And I hate having stupid friends. It's just a bad reflection on me.
Come on, Dot's a big girl. There's nothing you can do about it.
There's one thing I can do about it. To keep her from being a total mule's patoot.
Where you going?
I'm gonna call Kevin. He fell for me once. Maybe if I strut my stuff, I can get him to fall for me again.
Ginger, I need to talk. I'm on a break. I'm having feelings and I hate it. That rough chick.
I told you you wouldn't get anywhere with her.
This has never happened to me in my entire professional dating career.
You mean you did get anywhere with her?
She's the only one who got what she wanted. I feel cheap and used. She didn't want to talk. She didn't want the wine. She wouldn't even let me beg. I need my begging time. It's part of my process.
I don't need to know this.
First time in my life, I didn't enjoy myself. I felt like a jerk. I don't know how to fake it. She had her way with me and kicked me out and gave me cab fare.
You've done the same thing before.
I have not. Can I help it if they never have change for a 50?
So not only did my husband apologize to my daughter for treating her differently than my son, but he drove her to the concert himself.
Wait a minute. Does he also drive your son to the concerts?
No, Charlie usually takes a bus.
Sexism rears its ugly head. So he won't let her take the bus.
Ellen doesn't want to take the bus. She says it smells like a bus.
Her husband's just putting up a smokescreen, pretending to be a chauffeur when he's really a chauvinist.
Listen, I'm all for what you people are doing. I mean, I can see the change that the movement has made in my life, but please, don't make assumptions about my husband. Richie tries. He tries to help around the house. He even tries to help with the budget. Come to think of it, I never take the garbage out.
What's the big deal about your husband taking out the garbage?
Actually, the kids do it, but he's the one who has to bug them. The point is, if there are women's issues worth fighting for, I'm going to fight for them. And so will Richie. There isn't a football game on that day.
I just got a call. Kevin dumped me. Doesn't want to see me anymore because he's going back with some old girlfriend.
You mean Amy really called him?
What makes you think it's Amy?
No reason. I didn't say anything.
You said Amy. Don't you think I know what you mean when you say Amy? Now, what did you mean?
Dot, look, I'm not getting involved in this. If you want to ask Amy about calling up Kevin to see if he was willing to go back with her, you're just going to have to ask her yourself because I'm not talking.
Thanks a lot, Amy. Just couldn't stand to see me happy with Kevin, huh? What are you talking about? He just dumped me for an old girlfriend, and Jan said that you called him, and that's a pretty look.
Well, I called, but he wasn't at home. His answering machine was on, and I hung up.
I don't believe that.
Oh, come on, Dot. Every girl in L.A. does that to their ex-boyfriends. You call them, you listen to their message, you hang up, and you imitate how corny they sound.
Not me. I hate Kevin's message anyways. Good evening. Sorry, I'm not in my cave right now. What a jerk.
I'm just sorry I gave you such a hard time about going out with him.
No, it's okay. You tried to warn me.
Oh, I wasn't really trying to warn you. I guess I was just afraid he would like you more than he liked me. The important thing is that we're okay. I mean, it's almost funny. Think how close we came to blows over a guy that neither one of us slept with.
Did we? That's not the issue. The issue is that we're still friends. Dot, ease up, would you? I've just been jilted.
the main thing I suppose. Cheer not the people die. Believe me, we know we're doing okay. Can we maybe less than wealthy, but again we're young and healthy, and anyone who's young and healthy knows that that's the way. The traffic flow. It's
See you guys.
Yeah, I'm excited he's coming. You know, I haven't seen my father since... I haven't seen my father since he was running around with your mother. She wasn't running, she was carried off to the desert. It's up for grabs who carried who off.
Let's not start that again.
Right. Too bad it didn't work out, though. I was kind of hoping we'd end up sisters. Nah, you'd want to borrow my red boots all the time.
Which red boots?
Those red boots.
Oh, I meant to return them, but they go so well with this red purse I got.
That's what I thought when I bought the purse.
Well, it's just as well we didn't end up sisters if you're going to take this attitude. Besides, my mother said your father was too unpredictable.
She's lucky. My mother had to marry him to find that out. You know, I bet I haven't seen them together for 10 years.
Weren't they both at your wedding?
No, don't you remember? My father was in New York for the running of the marathon.
He went all the way to New York just to see a race? He was in it. You're kidding. Did he finish?
In the top 3,000.
Doesn't believe in sitting around, does he?
My mother's just the opposite. She seems to be waiting for life to happen. Maybe I should get them together again.
Does not sound like the best of ideas.
No. I mean, just for the evening. They must have enjoyed each other's company once.
Unless you're adopted.
The letter says if I send the same message to 25 people, I'll receive great fortune.
Yes, then those people will receive great fortune, and those people will receive great fortune, and those people will receive great fortune. Then everybody will be rich, and the government will be stuck with all that free cheese. Amy, it's a chain letter. Chain letters don't work.
Oh, yeah? Well, I read where this couple sent out their letter, and 3 days later, Ed McMahon called them up on the telephone and told them they won $3 million in a brand new house.
You're being naive, Amy.
Oh, is that right? Well, it just so happens that a while back, some lady named Amelia Earhart received the same letter, ignored it, and was never seen again.
Don't you know Amelia Earhart? She was a famous aviatrix.
Well, the tricks didn't help her much, did they?
Oh, Nancy, that's not a new work schedule, is it?
No, it's an announcement for the hotel's Toys for Tots drive.
Oh, I got some things at home I can bring in.
I got a bunch of things that I can bring in because I'm going to clean off Amy's bed.
Not Snuggle Bunny.
Hey, don't worry. I don't think there's a kid in America that wants Snuggle Bunny.
Well, good night, ladies.
Nancy?
Yeah?
Do you believe in chain letters?
I've gotten them, and I think they're a crock.
She wouldn't believe me.
Oh, don't get suckered in, Amy. I'm next to certain that what happened to Amelia Earhart was a coincidence.
Maybe some of you have been wondering what makes the old Sun Man tick. How I can sit here night after night making music for a bunch of yahoos with gravy on their chins. Well, the secret is I love what I do. I'd even do it for nothing. Don't tell the boss. And to make it even better, I'm surrounded by beautiful women. That fiery redhead, Jan. That sepia siren, Ginger. That Texas tornado, Amy. And last but not least, Dot. What can I say about Dot except Dot, Dot. Show me what you got. I'm hot to try. We should be kissing. Dot. If you share my cock. I could grab a lot of what I'm missing. Yeah, show me that a heart beats in your breast. Show me. And then then show me all the rest. Da-da-da. Jerry my goodbye, bye, bye. Hey, get off the pot, pot, pot. I'm SOS. Da-da-da. Dash, dash, dash. Da-da-da.
Well, what?
Oh, where's the put down?
What?
Oh, come on, aren't you gonna zing me? Anytime I open my heart up to you chicks, that's when you give me your cruelest shot.
Sonny, I thought the song was cute.
You set me up for the big one. Come on, I can take it.
I'm flattered you wrote a song about me.
I thought you'd hate it.
I like the song.
Really? Thanks.
It's you I don't like.
She liked the song.
I'm not early. Your father is late. He's always late when he bothers to show up at all.
Please, Mom, not in front of the child.
I can't believe that he wanted to see me for dinner.
When you two broke up, you told me that you would always be friends. I thought you'd be delighted to see each other.
You thought. Now, he does know that I'm going to be here, doesn't he?
Well, not per se. He was en route. I haven't been able to reach him yet. But you know how he loves surprises?
He loves to create them, not receive them.
So we're giving him a dose of his own medicine.
It might be fun to see the look on the old delinquent's face at that.
That's a spirit, Mom. I'll go get you a glass of wine.
Listen, he should be here any minute.
Well, suppose he doesn't show?
Don't worry, I'll fix you up with some guy at the bar.
Well, what can I do? I'm just trapped. I'm caught. I've got to send out 25 letters or I break the chain.
Amy, do you still believe in the Tooth Fairy?
No.
Easter Bunny?
No.
Santa Claus?
Jury's still out. I'm just kidding. I mean, think about it. How could he possibly deliver toys to every single boy and girl in the world in just one night?
You convinced me.
Although when it's nighttime here, it's daytime on the other side of the world, so that gives him 2 nights to get the toys out.
Howard, do you believe that, Amy?
I don't know what she's talking about. He always got to our house. We didn't even have a chimney.
Howard, I've been meaning to talk to you about this earlier. I was going through our personal bills, and you're still being charged rent on your old apartment.
Oh, I'll take care of that, Nancy.
Oh, I'd be happy to deal with it.
No, you got enough to do.
Fine. You also charged something to the Sneakaboo lingerie shop.
Hey, Nancy, have you forgotten our first Thanksgiving?
Oh, of course. Oh, a Turkey Day classic.
I'm talking about a shrimp cocktail. I mean, it's not as though I'm ordering my entire dinner before he gets here.
Just wait a few more minutes. Would you like another drink?
Maybe just a Coke. If I drink too much, I become forgiving.
Jan?
Dad, hi.
You look terrific.
So do you. You know, I like that Don Johnson look.
Well, you know what they say. You're only as young as you feel.
Dad, I have a surprise for you.
And I have a surprise for you.
My surprise is over there.
Oh, boy. That is a surprise. My surprise is freshening up. And here she is. Jan, I'd like you to meet Sally.
You're watching It's a Living, right here on Super 18, Wisconsin's Super Station.
It's nice to meet you, Jan. I've heard so much about you. Well, it's nice to meet you, Sally. I haven't heard anything about you.
There's someone else I think you should meet. Jan, this is more of a reunion than I even hoped for. Phyllis, how are you?
Hello there, Will.
Phyllis, I'd like you to meet Sally.
Hi.
Hi.
Sally, this is my wife.
Ex-wife.
I'm glad to hear it. Well, is there anything I can get you?
Another chair would be nice.
Menu.
Well, I guess we have our daughter to thank for this little get-together.
I'm beginning to think the only divorce Jan has ever accepted is her own.
Kids.
Yeah. Takes one to know one.
Well, you two are looking just great. And so are you, Sally. Thank you.
I think you've lost a few pounds there, Will.
Well, I have Sally to thank for that. She keeps me hopping.
I'll bet she does.
Well, Would you like to hear about the specials?
I think Sally and I'd like to join Phyllis in a glass of wine.
Think there's room for the three of you? Sorry about everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore. I don't like to use my piano bench as a soapbox, but when this whole brouhaha about colorizing films first started, I didn't understand it. I mean, I liked the Maltese Falcon and Casablanca in color. But now I know what all those artsy-smartsy bleeding hearts were whining about. They've gone and colorized the Shaggy Dog. Why? What do they possibly hope to gain artistically? The dog was gray and white anyway. Who cares what color Fred McMurray's tie was? As far as I'm concerned, old things should be left alone. That's why I don't like to go out with a girl who's over 22. And to tell you the truth, I feel the same way musically. Because it's one of those songs that you hear now and then. You don't know just where and you don't know just when. One of those songs that are over and then. It's one of those songs they start playing again. Because it's one of those songs that you hear for a while. Comes into fashion and goes out of style. One of those songs that you think you forgot, but it's one of those songs you cannot. Because it's one of those songs that...
Hey, who's that cutie with your dad?
Just what she looks like, a cutie.
Your father brought a date to a date?
Well, he didn't know my mother was going to be here.
Oh, nice. Going, Jan.
I didn't think there'd be any harm in a little surprise. Don't you love a learning experience? The thing that really gets me is that she's almost as young as I am.
Younger Jan.
You know, it's hard to accept the fact of my father dating someone younger than I am.
Well, you know, maybe she's not a date. Maybe she's a poor waif who was begging spare change outside of a supermarket. Your father took pity on her and decided to give her a hot meal. Spare bed for the night.
You just ruined it. Howard, I just got off the phone with your ex-landlord.
I told you I'd take care of that.
Oh, no, I already have. Look, the man was making no sense whatsoever. He kept insisting that you hadn't broken your lease. Well, I told him he was mistaken and I wasn't sending the check. And that's the end of it as far as I'm concerned.
Thanks, hon.
Hi, Mr. Kessler. Howard Miller. Yeah, 6B. Listen, did you just get a phone call from some crazed female who claimed to be my wife? Yeah? Well, forget it. The check's in the mail. No, she won't be bothering you again. Yeah, those stun guns really do a job.
Phyllis, it was great seeing you.
Nice to see you too, Will.
Sorry we have to rush off, but we got an early day tomorrow.
Take care. Bye, Sally.
You we're going to see more of. We're staying here in the hotel. If you want to reach us, we're in room 1209.
I see. If I want to reach either of you, that's where I would call.
Right. Night, honey.
Nice to meet you. Mom, I'm sorry. This is not the way I had planned it.
You can tell she's the type whose entire face is going to fall in 5 years.
You see, I just thought it'd be fun.
It's all right. Actually, it was good to see Will again. Comforting to know he's still up to his same old tricks. At least I don't have to put up with them anymore. So, I'll call you sweetheart.
I know you will.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Had to go. Oh, went okay, I guess. What's a girl that young doing with my father?
Oh, you should know that, Jan. You were a kid once.
Howard, I've been trying to balance this checkbook, but there seems to be a check missing.
Yeah?
Well, did you write one and forget to enter it?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh. Well, what was it for?
Cleaning, dry cleaning.
Well, how much was it?
$265.
What?
$265.
For dry cleaning?
I went to one of those French joints.
$465.
Nancy, we may be married, but a man has a right to privacy when it comes to dry cleaning.
Hey, you're not going to believe this. I received one of those stupid chain letters today.
They must be catching on.
Yeah, I wonder who could have sent it. Must be somebody who knows both of us.
Well, yeah, that would need to be.
Well, I'm not sending it on.
But you have to, or you're going to break the chain.
Oh, no, I don't think I could do that to 25 of my good friends.
It's a predicament, isn't it?
Daddy.
Got a minute?
Sure.
I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to talk last night. I didn't know your mother was going to be here, and, well, I didn't want to put Sally through a whole family thing.
Well, I thought it went pretty well, considering the dynamics.
Yeah, but I didn't get a chance to spring my big surprise.
You got a bigger one?
I think so. I'm not even used to it yet. Jan, would you think that I was just a foolish old man if I told you that Sally and I are married?
Oh, my God.
I guess that answers that question.
And as he was leaving, he said, "Don't worry, Jan. You're still my little girl, just not my littlest girl." You find that funny?
No. Me? Amusing. I find it amusing.
Doc, my whole family structure has just been put through a Cuisinart. What about my mother? What about your mother? How's she gonna feel about this?
Well, I think that mothers all over are pretty much outraged by this kind of thing.
Howard, in your eyes, I may be an innocent schoolgirl, but I assure you that I wasn't born yesterday.
Hey, Elsie.
It dawned on me that $465 is the amount of the rent you used to pay on your old apartment. You haven't given it up, have you?
Well, that's a hard question to answer truthfully.
Try.
No, I haven't given it up.
Okay. What's her name?
What?
Oh, don't go all wide-eyed and innocent on me. You've got a lollipop stashed in your pants.
Oh, I had to go and pick Polly Paranoia.
But what other reason would compel you to keep this apartment?
They live at your place. Your place is full of your stuff, and there's no room for my stuff.
What stuff?
My barbells, my Sammy K records, my zebra skin Barca lounger.
You're right, there's no room. Wow, you can put all that stuff in storage.
Well, it's not just this stuff. You know how in The Hunchback and Notre Dame, Charles Laughton would always go up to the bell tower because he felt safe there? Well, my apartment is like the bell tower.
Are you saying that you, need a place to be alone?
Yeah.
You swear that's all it is?
Yeah.
If I find out that you're doing any swinging other than on that bell rope...
Hey.
Well, all right. You know, I recall that Maureen O'Hara used to occasionally visit Charles Laughton up in the bell tower.
Yeah.
How about tonight? What do you say, Quasi? Let's ring those bells.
Not at work, not at work, not at work.
What are you doing here?
We're staying here, remember?
Oh, right.
Think we get something to eat?
Hey, that's what this place is for.
Could you join us for a minute?
Oh, no, you know, yeah. Sure. Well, I understand congratulations are in order.
Oh, Will told you about the baby.
Must have slipped his mind.
I was going to tell you last night, but with your mother here, it seemed like the wrong mix.
We already know. It's a girl.
Remember how you always said you wanted a sister?
Dad, I was 7.
Really? Seems like yesterday.
Wait a minute. This afternoon, you told me that you were married. Now you tell me you're going to have a baby. This is all going a little too fast for me.
I'm not getting any younger.
Neither am I. At least my sister will get to know me while I can still feed myself.
I'm sorry this all seems so hasty.
We wanted to do the right thing. After all, I married your mother when she was pregnant.
She was? Oh. This is the best day of my life.
You have your blessing?
Blessings? You're worried about blessings?
Yeah. We want someone to approve of this. Her parents hate the idea.
They're kind of old-fashioned.
Funny, they're younger than I am.
I don't know. I guess... I hope you'll both be happy.
Good enough. Perfect. See, honey, I told you she'd be crazy about it.
Is there anything else you want to tell me? Because this would be the time.
Well, actually, I think we're ready to order dinner. Sally will have the fish, I'll have the steak, and Aunt Myra doesn't live in Paris. She's in jail. You said this was the time?
Stay tuned for Carol Burnett, right here on Super 18, Wisconsin's Superstation.
Life's not the French Riviera. Believe me, life's not a charity ball. It isn't all a great big bed of roses. It's not like showbiz, but the main thing I suppose is cheer not the people die. Believe me, we know we're doing okay. Can we maybe less and wealthy, but again we're young and healthy, and anyone who's young and healthy knows that that's the way. The traffic flow is
Jan. Jan, you will never guess what Michael did for my birthday.
Took 5 years off your age.
No, I did that last year. Try again. You will really never get this.
Then I don't want to guess.
Where's your sense of fun?
What fun is it to try and guess something that I know I'm not going to guess right?
Fine. Have it your way.
All right. He gave you 6 geese a laying.
Ridiculous. Way off the mark. I told you that you would never guess.
Yes, you did.
He gave me cooking lessons at Michel Michel's École Gastronomique.
Well, darn, that was right on the tip of my tongue.
I just love the idea of learning how to cook haughty cuisine.
Thought you hated cooking.
Only because I don't know how.
Thought Michael hated fancy food.
Only because he doesn't like the way I cook it.
Well, I guess this solves all your food problems.
Yeah, maybe before it's over, I'll even learn how to pronounce École Gastronomique.
I know I should have told you before we left. I just forgot.
No problem, Amy.
I'm really pretty good about these things, usually. Like I said,
No problem.
and it's all right that I forgot to tell you that Jason called.
It's not all right. It's no problem.
Well, what's the difference?
If it was all right, I wouldn't be mad at you.
Well, what was that all about?
Yeah, what's so important about missing a phone call from Jason?
Look, the 4 of us come to work here and share our secrets, but as Ginger's roommate, I'm really not privileged to tell y'all what goes on at home unless she asks me to. So you understand what I'm saying?
Sure, you have to tell us very quietly.
Ginger and Jason haven't seen each other for 2 weeks now. They call it this cooling off period.
Oh, my first husband and I did that. We called it a divorce.
No, it's not like that. They wanted to see how much they'd miss each other and what it was like dating other people.
And?
So the 2 weeks are over, and Jason called and said he's coming to the restaurant tonight to have a very important talk with Ginger.
So why is Ginger mad at you?
Well, because I didn't tell her till we were on the hotel elevator, and so she thinks what she's wearing isn't sexy enough for an important talk.
I'd be mad at you, too.
Well, did Amy fill you in on all the details of my life?
Yep.
sorry, Ginger. It just kind of slipped out.
It's all right, Amy. I probably would have told everybody anyway. You just saved me the trouble.
Good. You're not angry?
No problem.
And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. And the sign flashed out its warning. The words that it was for me. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls. And whisper in the sounds of silence. Thank you. Your lack of response is appreciated in keeping with the spirit of the song. Now that I've got your attention, I'd like to read a list of names. Lena Basquette, Alan Dwan, Louise Fazenda, Zeno Francescatti, Marlon Hurt, Theodore Kozlov, Klaus Landsberg. Recognize them? No? Well, shame on you. Those are all names emblazoned in Hollywood's Walk of Fame. Now, how many of you recognized my name when I introduced myself earlier? My point exactly. So how come I don't have a star on the boulevard?
Because people would rather step on you in person.
I got a great thought for a career move.
Boise?
I looked into what it takes to get a star on Hollywood Boulevard. All you need is $3,500 and a couple of friends.
Well, I guess that leaves you out.
How'd you like to be my sponsor?
Sonny, you have no qualifications.
What about 5 top 10 singles in the last year alone? Well, I didn't record them, but I sang them here.
Oh, Howard, just to remind you, we're seeing the Bolinskis this evening.
I hate the Bolinskis.
Howard, Myra and Stuart are my oldest and dearest friends.
I know, but why saddle me with your past mistakes?
They are fascinating people.
She's a snob, he's an idiot.
He's an idiot savant. There's a difference.
That just means he knows he's an idiot.
It means that he can play any musical instrument he picks up. Oh, there's something terribly sexy about the way he fingers a violin bow.
Maybe you should go by yourself.
Not a chance, my little cultural misfit. They planned a special recital for us.
Oh, no.
Myra is playing the harpsichord. Stuart is playing the cello and vibes. And they're doing this Mozart piece with a touch of Lionel Hampton's influence.
I don't want to miss the wrestling tonight.
Well, I'm sure I'll be in the mood for wrestling when we get home.
2 out of 3 falls.
Well, you've never lasted that long so far, but we could give it a shot.
Howard, do you know anything about Michelle's cooking school?
That the one on the matchbook cover says, draw this souffle and you too can become a famous chef.
This is a serious question.
Okay, I know the school. I even know Michelle.
Is he a good cook?
Well, I make it a point never to knock a fellow chef.
Well, I'm taking lessons from him. Can you give me any advice?
Don't go to bed with him.
Why not?
Okay, go to bed with him. But if his lovemaking is anything like his bechamel sauce, you're in for a big disappointment.
It's not here.
I can see that, Amy.
You should have called him.
You didn't tell me to call him. Was I supposed to?
No. Let's see. At least I don't think so. You really didn't say it in so many words, so I guess not.
Good. As long as you're sure.
Oh, hi, Jason. How you doing?
Jason.
I'm good to see you. And I'm just going to go on back to the house because we'll be seeing you there. Goodbye, everybody.
Oh, I missed you.
Oh, I missed you, too. Now you want to tell me why did we have to miss each other so much these past 2 weeks?
Well, sometimes a body needs to get a new perspective on a relationship.
Why?
Well, help me make up my mind. Ginger,
Yes, Jason.
time for us to get married.
Why?
Now, that's the wrong question.
Not for me, it's not.
All right. I'll tell you why. Something happens to a man in his 30s. It's almost biological. And one morning he wakes up, he says, if I party one more night, I'll die. That's when he gets married.
Sounds very romantic.
It is romantic. Baby, I need to get married.
Honey, I'm not sure.
Okay. I don't need an answer right this minute, but I do need one soon.
Well, baby, what if the answer's no?
Then I'll always be terribly fond of you.
I don't like the sound of that.
Me either. Come on. Let's go grab a quick bite. Head on back to my place. Just maybe I could squeeze a yes out of you by tonight.
Oh, and even if you can, it'll be fun trying.
You're watching It's a Living right here on Super 18, Wisconsin's Super Station.
I say, go for it, girlfriend. Get married. Grab that brass ring.
Brass ring?
It's a figure of speech.
Oh, Amy, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the man is good. The man is sweet. He's got a good job, a great future. He's got...
Roquefort?
Yes, and he loves me. Why don't I just say yes?
I know. Because you don't feel any competition, so there's no pressure.
Oh, but you're wrong. See, while we were having our 2-week separation, he ran into his old girlfriend, Jennifer.
Oh, honey, he just told you that to make you jealous.
No, I told him about dating Danny and Kevin to make him jealous. He told me about Jennifer to shut me up.
Marion Martin, Snub Pollard, Aileen Pringle.
Sonny, I cannot have you reading lists of names night after night, trashing Hollywood's elite. You remind me of Joe McCarthy.
Oh, come on, Nancy. I want you to look me directly in the eye and say that Aileen Pringle deserves more recognition than Sonny Man.
Aileen Pringle deserves more recognition than Sonny Man.
Okay, but can you say Peter Piper picked a peck of picked peppers?
Sonny, you're a schmo.
Hey, how was your first cooking class? Piece of cake. What'd you make? A piece of cake, one of those little penny poor things. How'd it come out? Okay, I guess. If you like small food. I don't. Who does? French, I guess. What do they know about cooking?
Hello? Oh, hello, Myra. No, he's not available right now. All right, I'll tell him you called. Howard, although it isn't incumbent on me to pass along personal messages to my employees, in your case, I'm willing to cross over the line. That was Myra. She and Stuart wondered if you were free this evening.
Hey, great. I'd love to see them again. We don't have anything planned, do we?
That's quite a transformation since last night.
I enjoyed myself. I haven't played harmonica since Korea.
I felt left out. You with your harmonica, Stuart on ukulele, and Myra playing the most suggestive flute I've ever seen in my life.
We were jamming.
You were ignoring me.
Oh, you were acting like a little kid. If I can't play, I want to go home. After you left, you missed the best part of the evening. Stu put a lampshade on his head.
Howard, I don't want you seeing them tonight.
All right. I'll stay home, but I won't have a good time.
Who cares? At least you'll be there. It's called marriage.
Jason? Yes, well, I've given this a great deal of thought, and... Well, you told me to call you as soon as I'd made up my mind, and... Jason, I'm just not ready to get married yet. Yes, I know it's kind of cold doing this over the phone, but... Well, we could still see each other. Yeah. Yes, honey, I'll call you if I change my mind. And I'll always be fond of you, too. Okay. Yeah. Bye, baby.
Ernest Schoitzak, Joseph Seghetti, Virginia Valley, Toby Wing.
Can't believe I've hung in at Michelle's for over 2 weeks. Didn't curdle a hollandaise, didn't overflower a roux, didn't burn my thumb, and tomorrow I graduate.
So who you taking to the prom, Dom DeLuise?
So, what do you think?
Woo, girlfriend! Put blinders on the stallion and nail his shoes to the stable floor.
What?
Oh, I don't know. So you going out with Danny again tonight?
Mm-hmm. The man sure knows how to lay on the compliments. He's no Jason, but, well, I couldn't give Jason what he wanted.
Listen, you just weren't ready. I can identify with that.
Well, you know, Danny says he's not the marrying kind, and, well, he's a lot more hang loose than Jason. Hello? Hey, Danny, you better be calling from your car phone downstairs, because I am ready to... What? No, that's quite all right. That is the way we said we'd play it. No, I'm fine. No problem. What? Danny's a lot more hang loose than we thought. He just canceled our date to go out with somebody else.
I am sorry.
I guess it's okay. Gee, Amy, I think I must have set myself up for this. I forgot what the dating game was really like. I mean, it's risky, it's frustrating, it's unrewarding. It is time to give Jason a call. Amy, please. I don't like people staring at me when I'm about to do something stupid. Amy, I'm really glad that I wasn't able to get in touch with Jason last night.
Why?
Well, I've been thinking about it, and I realized that the only thing I could have said was, Jason, I have stood up, so let's get married. Now, that does not sound like a good foundation for a long-lasting relationship.
It's okay, Ginger. A lot of people wait until later in life to get married. My Aunt Lavinia waited until she was 79. Married a guy of 18.
No.
Boy, they said it'd never last, but it did. She didn't. Died on her honeymoon. Oh, I told him not to go to Raging Waters.
Thank you for that, Amy.
Howard, you'll be happy to know that I've made my peace with the Bolinskis, and we can see them tonight if you like.
Oh, I don't think so, Nancy.
Why not?
Well, I've been thinking about it. It was kind of a one-time thing. I got loose, had a few laughs, but I've never been able to do that twice with the same people.
Right. I forgot.
Howard, where's that very well-done steak I asked you for?
Oh, it's still on the stove, getting tough and tasteless.
Ginger.
Yes?
Jason's here.
Jason.
He wants to talk to you.
Really?
Just a second.
What?
He's with another woman.
No. Oh, she's pretty.
Yep.
What do I look like?
A waitress. That's what I hate about this job.
Jason?
Ginger? I'd like you to meet Jennifer Demarest, my fiancée.
Your fiancé?
My fiancée.
Hi, I'm Jason's fiance.
So I've heard. You'll excuse me if I'm a bit uncomfortable, but just 2 weeks ago, Jason asked me to marry him.
I know, but I was the one lucky enough to say yes.
That was good. I like this girl.
Well, I was hoping you would. That's why I brought her. You and I have so much history behind us, I was hoping that we might share the future. In a separate kind of way.
Well, I bet that you were just wild for his plan, huh?
It was our first argument.
You know, my instinct said not to tell you up front I was doing this. Thought you might not like the idea.
Your instincts were right. Now that it's done, well, I'm not mad. In fact, it's flattering.
Well, I'm glad.
Oh. You don't mind if I borrow him for a minute, do you, Jennifer?
As long as you bring him back.
Well, I want to thank you for making this so easy.
Perhaps I've made it a bit too easy.
Hmm?
You know something, I might not be ready for marriage, but I'm certainly not ready for you to be married.
Ginger, you say stuff like that and I start feeling all uncomfortable.
Good.
What do you want me to do?
Jason, I figured that we would both stay single for the next 50 years or so, then get married and head on out to Raging Waters.
Wait a minute. This is getting too confusing.
You're right, you are right. It is time for me to get adult. I am truly very happy for you. I guess that,
Maybe I should give you back this ring that you gave me last year.
Thank you.
You're not supposed to say thank you. I am making an empty gesture. You are supposed to say, no, baby, keep the ring and remember me always. I like this ring.
Well, I could use it. It'll help go towards the down payment on the house.
House? Buying a house?
Jennifer's idea.
Oh, she's got you whipped already.
Ginger.
Just joking. You take care of yourself.
I will.
Jason?
Yeah.
If I find out that ring's been on her finger instead of in some real estate broker's hand, I'm coming after you.
The specialty of the house. Voila.
Where is it?
The portion is supposed to be small, Ginger, just part of the presentation. It's what makes it more attractive.
Not if you're hungry, it doesn't.
This smells, good. Thank you.
What is it?
It's venison force meatballs with pureed artichokes.
My favorite.
I'll go get the bread.
Stay tuned for Carol Burnett, right here on Super 18, Wisconsin's Superstation.